Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
So Nintendo just made an announcement that makes my last Nintendo Switch Online video pretty moot. But today we're going to talk about how this announcement makes up for the last one, but how I was also kind of right all along. Roll the intro. So if you've been following the channel, which you absolutely should, make sure to hit that subscribe and like if you like the video. You see that I released a video a week or two ago talking about the recent Mario Nintendo Switch Online update that we got, because all those games are games we've had before. They're just slight changes and variations. So I said that that should have been supplemental content. Well, it turns out I was right, because we just got an announcement. I'm recording this at night, you'll see it in the morning, but we just got an announcement for 2 Game Boy Color games: Kirby's Tilt and Tumble, Blaster Master, Enemy Below, Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, and Mystery Tower on the NES. I honestly feel bad about making the last video now, because I did talk about how it was a fall from grace, how Nintendo had never done this before, where they released games that we already had just with a little bit of bonus content. But honestly, this makes up for it. Kirby Tilt and Tumble is fantastic. It's very cool that we're getting these motion control handheld games, because obviously you can't really emulate that well, but you can emulate it when you have a controller that has the same motion style controls. So you can essentially use your Joy-Cons or your Switch Pro controller to do the same thing that tilting your Game Boy would do if you had the physical game. So very cool release there. That looks super fun. Blaster Master on Game Boy Color, I've never heard of this game, but it looks awesome. Obviously, I've heard of the Blaster Master series, but I did not know there was a Game Boy Color port. This looks very true to style for Blaster Master. Very excited to pick this up. I have not heard of Mystery Tower, but it looks like a cute little puzzle game, so I think I can dig that as well. And then last but not least, we finally got it. They finally gave it to us. Harvest Moon on the Super Nintendo. Now, Japan got this way back when, and I remember having a discussion with my buddy 1UP John, just talking about our disappointment, because we're both fans of the game, and we really wanted that game to come to the American Nintendo Switch Online. So here it is, we have it. That's a huge drop. That's a huge get for Nintendo Switch Online. Honestly, I'm gonna play that as soon as it drops. I cannot wait. Very glad they finally gave that to us, and all of a sudden, the Mario games that came out are in fact supplemental content. They came out like a week ago. It hasn't been that long, and they're like, hey, you're already getting more games. Very glad to say that I was wrong. Nintendo, keep this up. I love this vibe. I hope to see more of this. What I want to see is I want to see a Nintendo Switch Online that is truly worth the cost of the expansion pass. Keep this up, and I think we will get there. Now, I can already hear some Nintendo fanboys losing their shit and saying like, oh, you know, they added stuff, but they didn't add stuff to what I wanted. They didn't add more to the Game Boy Advance. They didn't add more N64. They didn't add more Sega Genesis. But honestly, it doesn't matter. As long as we're getting new content, actual new content, and we're getting it at regular intervals, you know, where they're not giving us just garbage in all by itself. This is fantastic. These are the kind of updates we need. I understand that Nintendo isn't the best about letting us know what that content release cycle looks like, but that's fine. They don't need to, as long as we're getting a semi-consistent stream of new games for the consoles they have. If we go, you know, 3 releases and we don't get an N64 game, at least we're getting really good stuff on the other consoles. If we go 3 releases and it's only N64 games, at least we're getting really good releases. That's the important thing. So do not look a gift horse in the mouth, or whatever the freaking saying is. This is a good thing. Don't overthink it. Enjoy the games. Harvest Moon is going to be so fun. Mystery Tower looks like it could be a really good time. Honestly, might be one of the few NES games I care to beat, because NES is not super fun, but little puzzle games, always fun. They don't age poorly, like, say, Ghostbusters, or insert terrible LJN game here. But I guess that's going to do it for this video. Nintendo, you crushed it. Keep up the great work. Everybody else, if you like the video, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button. Share this around. It helps a ton. Content's going to be a lot more regular from now on. I also post a ton of stuff on TikTok, so make sure to check the description for that. I'll see you guys on the next one.